Hello and welcome to Baron's Game Room. I'm Aaron as always, and hi. Don't worry, just like last time, it's for a play. I'll have it for a little bit. They'll be back to normal. So it's been a crazy few weeks for me. We've had the holidays. We had a medical emergency. I had a dislocated rib. It's been a lot happening the past few weeks when I haven't been making videos. But hey, I'm gonna finally try and do something again for you guys today. Get back into this whole thing. Yeah. Oh, and obviously you may notice I'm not in the game room. We're not going to bring in the game room anymore. I might get another video or two in there, but probably not because that's being turned into a nursery. That's right, little baby baronet's on the way. So we'll probably be doing videos out here for a while. And there's a dining room table, Baron's dining room table. Now, I thought about coming back and doing some more big group games since that's usually my theme around the holidays, but we're obviously past the holidays and I decided to skip over that. Then I thought maybe I could talk about some of the games I got for Christmas or whatever around the holiday season. I did actually get a couple, but I've only actually gotten to play like one of them, so and I want to do that one for another time of year, so never mind. We'll just find something else to do, I guess. What I decided on today is me and my wife, we do a lot of those at-home escape room things or whatever, like things like exit games or my personal favorite are the deck skates. We do a lot of those Clue ones that have been coming out. We do a lot of those, and we ended up getting box 2. I did talk about box 1 in my last video. I did about like at-home escape room things. I talked about several of the ones I had done in one big video. I talked about box 1 then. We got box 2, the sequel to that. Crazy, right? Box 2 follows box 1. Anyway. And I did try my first exit game this holiday season. So I thought I might just talk about those real quick. That's an easy one to get back into all this. Oh, and I actually have played a couple other mystery solving games recently. I shouldn't say recently, over the past year, since my last video. But I guess I could throw in here too, in case you guys are curious about those as well. Yeah. Now the big question is, do I start with the negative or the positive? I think I'll start with the negative so we can end on a happy note. I think I'll start with talking about my experience with the exit game, since that's the one I feel like my opinion is the most shakiest on. We didn't buy a normal exit game where we got like one of the boxes or something like that. We bought the Advent calendar. I usually find these at Barnes & Noble. That's where we got ours. They had a couple different ones. I cannot seem to remember what ours was called at this point. Sorry. But we got one of the Advent calendar ones, and going into it, I was really excited. We haven't ever done the exit games, but I've been interested in them in a long time. I'm especially interested in the little theme pack they have, where it has 3 of their exit games, but they're all themed after other board games. There's a Pandemic one, a Mysterium one, and a Ticket to Ride one, and I'm really excited for those because, you know, cool board game stuff. But anyways, let's go with what I got, which is the Advent calendar. I've been interested to try them. I'm super excited to try it out. And honestly, I was a little worried that I tried to talk my wife into getting both Advent calendars, because I was kind of worried each day we were going to crack it open, spend 5 minutes or less solving the puzzle, and be like, cool, done, and I want to do more. And now, after doing it, I'm very glad that she did not let me get that second one, because personally, I hated it. I'll be honest, we didn't even finish it. I think we got to day 14 or something like that of it, and I was just so fed up and frustrated with it. The thought of having to sit down and play that game 10 more times pushed me over the edge. I couldn't bring myself to do it. We were done. So basically, my thing with it is just a lot of the puzzles in the little Advent calendar thing were, most of them I didn't like. There was a few that were okay. There was 1 or 2 that I actually did like. I was like, oh, it's a fun puzzle. But some of my issues with it expected me to have a lot of stuff outside the box itself. I need to go get like scissors and stuff a lot of times, or pins. And I'm sure other people don't have issue with this, but me personally, I just don't like it when the game expects me to have stuff around my house. Because what do you do when the person doesn't have it, you know? Yeah, most people are going to have like a pen and scissors around, but I'm not going to act like there haven't been times in my life where it would have been a problem for me to go, oh, crap, do we have scissors? I don't know if we have scissors, you know, or, you know, find a working pen or something around my house. Back in my younger days, when we were just getting our first home, that absolutely would have been a problem for us. And this whole game was marketed as a beginner. It was like supposed to be the easiest level of puzzles. And personally, we found these puzzles to be very difficult sometimes. We're really like abstract, like we didn't really get how we were supposed to go about solving it, or some of them were just super tedious. Again, I don't like to say too much about them because I don't want to give away like the puzzles to you guys. Just very obviously, I was not a fan with it. I think I still want to get one of the better rated, because you can find ratings from fans or whatever online. I think I want to find like maybe a better rated Exit game, and so give that a try. And again, I do certainly still want to try those board game themed ones. Hopefully one of those will sell me on them, but as of right now, if that advent calendar is a good example of what most of the Exit games are like, then I think the Exit games just aren't for me. Moving on from that, earlier last year, I tried my first Hunt a Killer box. Me and Mel got this from a friend. A friend of ours was given this. They said they couldn't solve it, so they gave it to us. Again, this was marked as an easy level 1, so I only had the experience of whatever the easiest version of this is. And it was very easy. That's certainly one thing I know for sure about it. My problem with this one is, again, I'm sure some people would really like this, but not just for us. Basically, this box just broke down to a lot of reading through pieces of paper. There's a lot of pieces of paper in there, a lot of news articles and notes and stuff like that, and it wasn't particularly cryptic puzzle solving as much as it was just looking for the little details. Basically, it was a lot of one of the ones I think I talked about in my last one, which were these like sound-based ones where we had an app that you scan the card and then it played like audio clips. And you had to sort of listen to all these audio clips and use that to sort of piece together the order of events that happened and like listen for things and yada yada. It was like similar to that, but reading pieces of paper. You were just reading a lot of pieces of paper and stuff and everything, and looking for little details to sort of help you figure out who the murderer was. It was fine. We just don't personally enjoy doing the sitting down and reading through a bunch of just menus and papers and police reports and all that. It just really wasn't something that we were super into. So if that sounds cool to you, looking for those details, you'd probably super love it. For us, we just like a little more of the puzzle aspect and a little less, I guess, of the mystery solving. I don't know. Now on to the next one we did. Earlier this year we did Who Killed Mia. I got this on clearance at my local Walmart for like $9 and all that. And after paying that much for it, yeah, that was pretty good. In Who Killed Mia, some superstar named Mia Starr has been murdered, and you are looking at a bunch, again, a little like police reports and like various people's passes and information about different characters and all that. But also you're watching a lot of videos, like the live stream of the murder itself and some other videos and news reports, as well as looking at like some like photo galleries and stuff. I like that. That was really cool. There was a lot of like working with the phone in box 1 that I thought was really unique and really cool. And my opinion stays the same on this one. I thought the phone stuff was pretty neat and all that. Obviously, anything with phones is going to have the problem of, like, you know, one day being not usable. But, hey, we're in the here and now where all that stuff's active and still going. So, it was pretty neat, pretty interesting. But, again, the other half of it, outside of the videos and all that, was just a lot of, like, the Hunt a Killer. Just a lot of reading through stuff and looking at this and that. So, I think we are finding out that for me and my wife, the whole murder mystery solving part of it just isn't something we're into with these types of take-home stuff. We're more into the puzzle solving escape room style stuff. So, was I happy with my little $9 purchase? Sure. Would I spend full price on that ever again? No. And honestly, I think I've learned at this point I'm probably just going to stay away from games like this because they're just not super for me. Alright, time to move on to Box 2. Box 2 is a very pretty box, just like Box 1 was. This is made by Neil Patrick Harris and Theory 11. And with this one, I can tell you that clearly they put a lot more money into the production value of this. There is a ton of production value in this game as a whole. But I think as a whole, that might have actually personally hurt my experience with this game. Box 2 to me was noticeably shorter than Box 1. We ended up solving this, man, I can't even tell you how much time it was. It was noticeably faster than the last one. There was noticeably fewer puzzles to solve and all that. Like in Box 1, they basically had this little deck of cards that you end up going through a quarter to a half of it, of solving like all the cards in it before like the twist kind of comes in and there's like extra stuff to find out about it and all that. but there was all these little puzzles to solve, just card by card. Hey, here's a little puzzle. Hey, here's a little puzzle. This one kind of immediately just jumps away from that and immediately goes to like working with the phone, which the other one saved for the end as like a twist. Pretty much you open it up, read your opening letter, and then it tells you you have a choice. I'm going to tell you guys so you don't get annoyed like I did. You don't actually have a choice, and I really don't know why they presented it to you like you did. I guess it seems cooler. It plays along with the story of what's happening, but you don't really have a choice at the beginning. Anyway, again, I won't say much about the things. I always try not to say too much about them because I want you guys to experience this all yourself. But basically, the idea is that they give you a choice, and you turn a key one direction, it opens up one box, and you turn a key the other, it opens up another box. No. And then they immediately link you over the phone with another player that opened up the other side. I get why they couldn't do that, because that would require like a lot of people actually playing this at the same time, you know? And that would be awful to actually have to like communicate with some stranger online about how to solve this. But that's the gimmick they're trying to like convince you is happening. And it's all just obviously bots and everything. Which is okay, but that definitely brings up one of my problems with this, in that because of all the bot stuff on the phone, we found this one to be, again, where we saw it so quick, the bots slowed us down a lot, in that they were like really trying to get us to go through these puzzles in sort of a set order-ish of sorts, or at least within each puzzle, and we couldn't really seem to find a way to like break their little order. If they were guiding us to like this sort of next answer, we kind of had to go to that before doing anything else. And it was a little hand-holdy, which is a little that. It was a little too often they were like throwing out like hints and stuff about the puzzles instead of just letting us figure it out ourselves. But that's the idea, is like you open up one side and then you connect online with somebody else. And then they're like have the other box open. And then from there you end up pairing up with Neil Patrick Harris. There's no hiding that. It's fine. Whatever. You see him in the last one. You see him in this one. It's his whole brainchild and everything. You see him. You pair up with him for solving the rest of it. Now, there were some interesting puzzles, and it was really cool. And again, the production quality of this is outstanding. They clearly put a lot of money into designing this, and it's very well designed. But if I had to choose personally between, if I was going to tell you guys if you need one box to go by and spend your night with, do box one. I'm sorry. Box one was certainly the better one in my opinion. Box two is certainly the cooler one, but box one I think was a better experience. I thought it was a longer experience. It was a cool twist when the phone thing activated. This one that throws you into it right away. There's like another twist or two with this one, but they're not nearly as mind-blowing to me as box one was. Absolutely cool. Ton of great value. As I think as far as the price goes for this one, man, I paid $35, maybe $40 for it. I would have considered the last one good for its price, even at full price. This one, again, I can see why it costs that much. At no point I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I paid that much. I totally understand why this cost that much, because of how much production value is in this box. But as far as entertainment value, I don't think I quite got that much out of it. Again, it was cool. It was fun. Little handholdy. The phone part of it is very integral, and that is probably its biggest downfall. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening to me rant for another 10, 15 minutes or whatever it's been. I always go way too long on these. Honestly, just so you guys know, if you're watching this on TikTok, I do have other social media. We are other places. Apparently, I hear from those videos, they don't like you saying it, so I guess I won't say it. But just know that you can look up the Barron's Game Room on pretty much any other social media website besides, like, True Social or something. And you'll find us there, all right? We're all over these places. We post these videos to most of them, especially the ones that, like videos. So if you guys want to follow us along there, you'll still see these videos coming out, even after this app inevitably probably gets killed, or at least locked off here in America in the next few months. But anyways, yeah. Overall, my things are, you guys, if you like solving murder mysteries, you guys probably like Cut the Killer and Who Killed Mia. Not my thing. Exit games, probably a ton of people that love them. They're very popular games, so I know there are a ton of people who love them. Apparently, their puzzle style just doesn't seem to be for me. I will give them another chance, and hopefully I will be wrong. And box 2, if you have to choose between box 1 and box 2, get box 1. But if you don't, if you like box 1, you want to try another one, get box 2. It's still a lot of fun. It still is really great. I also got an email saying there's like some playing cards that Theory 11 made with Neil Patrick Harris that apparently have some puzzle in them, so hopefully I can get some of those, maybe try them. I don't know. I will say, I'm excited for a box 3 if he ever gets to that point. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. I've been Aaron. Follow me other places, because we're probably going to go all down here. See ya.